So very good morning all of you. How are you guys doing? Is my voice audible everyone? Please mention yes in the comment section. If my voice is clear, it is completely audible to you, please mention yes in the comment section. Wake up, wake up. So, is my voice audible to everyone? Yes, no in the comment section, so that I can know that my voice is very clear and I should start the session. Just give me a yes or no. So I believe my voice is clear now. So let's start today's current affairs session. So today is 2nd October 2024, a very important day, as you all know that today is Gandhi Jayanti. Alright. So on this day in 1869, Mahatma Gandhi was born in Porbandar, Gujarat. Alright. So let's start this session with this positive attitude. Alright. Hello Aparna, good morning. So today is International Day of Non-Violence. Alright, so as we know that today is Gandhi Jayanti also. So what happened was in 2007, United Nations General Assembly took the resolution that from now on we will celebrate 2nd October as International Day of Non-Violence. Alright, so what was the purpose behind it? To celebrate Mahatma Gandhi's birthday as well as his philosophy. His philosophies were the most important thing for this entire world, I believe, and it is true today also. So the philosophy of truth and non-violence, this has led to India's independence also. Okay, so what is the objective of this International Day of Non-Violence? To celebrate awareness of non-violence and reaffirm the importance of non-violence globally. But did you see that is the countries following this kind of attitude as of now? I don't think. What is your opinion? Good morning Nishi, good morning Gomati. So you see that at one place Russia versus Ukraine is going on. There are missiles, there are military tanks. Similarly then Israel, Iran war, right? So this philosophy is not being followed uniformly across the globe. But if you consider about India, we still believe, and we are going to believe in future also, in this philosophy of Mahatma Gandhi's. Alright, so this remember the day. Alright, and what is the significance International Day of Non-Violence? See, many students were asking, sir, should we go in depth also? Remember, why you are preparing for this exam? Remember this thing. What nature of question do you get in the exam? You get an objective type multiple choice question. So in that question, it does not have a, let's say, a scenario where you get a question in extreme depth, because they generally ask about what is this date, what is this date theme, right? These kind of questions they generally ask. So if you want to go in depth of these kind of news, you can go. It is a good thing, but it won't be very useful for your exam. Also, it will take a lot of your time. So rather investing in going into the depth of all these news, you should try to rechannelize those energy into various sectors in which you are weak. Let's say some students are very good in GA, they get good marks, but those students are not very good in English. So they should try to rechannelize their energy to English. Okay, so this is a smart way of preparation. All right, and see, as an educator, we are here to give you hand-picked, right, hand-picked information so that you don't have to waste your time. All right, and try to read the keywords here. So this entire news can be summarized as, let's say, 2nd October, International Day of Non-Violence. That's it. The theme you can, let's say if there is a theme, you can remember the theme also. All right. So this is how you should prepare, how you should make short notes, and also be making some small notes for the news which are very big. All right. Now the next news was the international news. So India ranked third in Asia Power Index 2024, which was topped by USA. Okay, so this report, whenever there is a report, remember the rank of India, which country topped, and who released that in a report. You should know these three facts about the entire report and indexes. All right. So this report was released by Lowy Institute, which is based in Sydney, Australia. Number one. The second thing is, for ranking of India, India was ranked third, and how much score India made? India made 39.1 score out of 100. So they basically give you a score, let's say like the result we get in schools. Out of 100 we have scored this much. So India has just passed, so 39.1, but no, the 39.1 is a very good score. It is making India at the third place. All right. Now the key competitors were, the first rank was scored by USA, the second was by China, right? And the last country in this entire report was Papua New Guinea with a score of 4.2. All right. So let's see some other static facts. So other thing is, India surpassed Japan in the ranking. Very, very important thing. To surpass Japan, which is also a global economy, which is a very strong economy, right? So India has surpassed that thing. Previously, India was ranked 4th. All right. Now it is ranked 3rd. So there was an increase of 2.8 points. All right. And this is the first edition where India's power score has risen. So this was some important facts. Now coming to the static thing. What is Asia Power Index? Number one, it's state power in Asia since 2018. So the inception of this report was 2018. And how they come to a score? They have certain criteria, they have certain indexes. So around they have 8 measures, in which is further divided into 30 sub-measures and 131 indicators. So as per these indicators, what they make the ranking, they give the score for each 131 indicators, and finally they compile. Okay. So they coverages, they rank 27 countries and territories. All right. And which is released by, this report is released by Lowy Institute, which is based in Sydney, Australia, and the chairman of this is Sir Frank Lowy AC. So these are the key factors you should remember. Now coming to the short notes, how you are going to consolidate all those things. So just write Asia Power Index. Okay, right? India third. All right. USA first. All right. Released by Lowy Institute. In bracket you can mention Australia, right? So just 3 points. These 3 points consolidate the entire news. All right. So in this way you should prepare. This is basically the way how you pick the keywords from the news. This entire 2 to 3 slides consolidated into just 3 points, 3 words. So this will save your number of pages, because let's say if you are making 5 pages notes for just 1 day current affairs. So let's say if you are saying that we are going to prepare for 6 months current affairs. So 180 days, or let's say 200 days you prepare. All right. For 1 day you are making 5 page notes. So 1000 pages notes will be for just for 6 months. Will you be able to revise all those 1000 pages? No. So you have to adopt this strategy. Okay. This will help you to concise the 6 months current affair in just 100 to 200 pages. All right. So always try to do this thing. See, we are preparing for the banking exam. In banking exam, they are very factual in nature. Okay. So you have to remember the facts. Next news was Kazind 2024 exercise commenced in Uttarakhand. So what is this Kazind? By the name it is clear. Between Kazakhstan and India. Between Kazakhstan and India. All right. So what was the location? The location in which this exercise is happening is Surya Foreign Training Node, which is in Oli, Uttarakhand. All right. And this is going to start from 1st of October and it is going to end by 13th of October. What is the objective of this exercise? To enhance joint military capabilities of these countries. all the good practices Kazakhstan will learn from India. India will learn all the good practices done by army of, let's say, Kazakhstan, and they're going to incorporate it. So basically mutual sharing of knowledge. All right. And what is the purpose? For counter-terrorism operations. All right. Just remember this thing, and it is under the framework of Chapter 7 of the United Nations Charter. This thing you should not remember. These are the things very, very important. Clear? Location is important. So about Kazan, it is a joint annual training exercise, okay, between the armies. So it is related with the army. Some exercises are related with the Air Force, some exercises are related with the Indian Navy, right? So this is a army exercise, and this was initially instituted in 2016 as exercise Prabal Dostik. The initial name of this exercise was Prabal Dostik. Now the name has changed to Kazan. Okay, so this in 2018 it was renamed to Kazan. All right. So the focus is on strengthening military cooperation. So how you are going to concise this thing? Kazan 2024. It happens in Uttarakhand, UK, between India and Kazakhstan. All right. And number third, previously known as Prabal Dostik. Prabal Dostik. And number four, army, army training exercise. So this makes the entire notes for your this topic. Is it clear, everyone? Yes, no in the comment section. Aparna, Nishi, Gomti, other students, come on, try to answer it, na beta. If you are going to answer it, then only I get to know you, that who all of you are watching me, right? So that we can interact. I've also created one Telegram group also, so you can join that Telegram group. GA by Yash sir, GA by Yash sir / Oliveboard. So you all can join this group where I'm sharing all the important PDFs. All right. Hello Sultan, good morning. Right. So see, in this way we are going to know each other. That I know Nishi, I know that she's a regular student, I know Gomti, then I know I have met Sultan for the first time, I met Aparna for the first time, right? So in this way we are going to interact with each other. You can contact me on that group. You can even talk to me about your preparation strategy. What is your timetable, right? See, every student has a certain way of preparation. Some students, they prepare in night. Some students, they have the tendency to start early in the morning. But remember one thing, whenever you're going to the exam, let's say your exam shift either start from, let's say 10 to 12, or let's say in the second half. Okay. So in both the cases, you have to be mentally prepared. You have to train your brain to solve MCQs during that time only. Okay, so you have to be an early riser. Because if you're preparing in the night, in the midnight, let's say, and you're thinking that my brain will start working in the morning at the moment of exam, it won't be going to happen. Because a very simple example is, whenever our cricket team, I'm giving you an example, whenever our cricket team, they're going to, let's say, Australia. Okay, and they have this match in, let's say, early in the morning. So they start doing the net practices 2 months before, and that to 8 in the morning, so that their body and their mind gets trained to that time and condition. So you have to do that thing also. So you have to be an early riser. Otherwise, your brain and your body won't cooperate at that time. Okay. All right. Hello Ajampa. Very good morning. So this is the way you are going to make the short notes. Moving on to the next topic. 2024 Ayush Medical Value Travel Summit inaugurated. So there was this Ayush Medical Travel Summit. Okay. And so whenever there is a news on summit, again, the location is very important. So the location is Mumbai. And what is the purpose of this summit? It strengthens India's position in medical value travel, which is known as MVT in short. Integrate traditional medicine system, that is Ayush. Ayush full form is Ayurved, Yoga, Unani, Siddha and Homeopathy. Alright. So basically they want to integrate the Ayush system with the modern healthcare system. So this is the purpose of this summit. Alright. And the theme is Global Synergy in Ayush, transforming health and wellness through medical value travel. A very important thing. Basically they are going to integrate. See, Ayush is a traditional healthcare system. Okay. They want to integrate it with the modern healthcare system. That's why this summit is happening. Summit is what? Basically a meeting in which many healthcare professionals will come and join. They will discuss about everything. There will be the professionals from Ayush department. There will be some professionals from the, let's say, other allopathy department. They will come, they will discuss. All right. So this is the thing. Position India as a premier global hub for holistic healthcare. We all know that India is one of the topmost destination for the healthcare. Many people from Saudi Arabia, from UAE, even from Bangladesh, they come for the medical treatment in India, right? So it is also a good thing for promoting medical tourism. Clear? So you should remember this thing, the full form, the location. Now about Ministry of Ayush, all right. So the present Union Minister of Ministry of Ayush is Pratap Rao Ganpat Rao Jadhav. He is the Minister of State Independent Charge. Alright. And this was found, this Ayush Ministry was found in 2014. And the budget was 3,647 crore. Alright. So just remember this thing. These are some one-liner kind of news. That this summit was happened in Mumbai. You should remember the theme. That's it. Now coming to the very next news, this is important news, alright, because it is from banking, finance and economy. Secondly, National Stock Exchange, Bombay Stock Exchange, they have revised their transaction fees and the new charges will be effective from 1st October. So see, when those of you who are doing share trading, stock markets, right, now whenever you sell or buy a share, there will be some transaction fee. That fee has been revised, okay. So this has been done as per SEBI's Uniform Fee Structure Directive. Alright, because SEBI is what? Security Exchange Board of India. So they have given a directive that there should be a uniform transaction fee. Okay. So Sensex and bankers options, the charges increased to 3,250 crore, 3,250 rupees per crore of premium turnover. Alright, and we are going to see what all the charges are now. The new charges are there. Alright. Now for other equity derivatives, charges remain at 500 rupees per crore rupees of premium turnover. Alright. So if a company has a turnover of, let's say, 1 crore rupees, okay, and wherever you are buying or trading the value of these stocks, you will have to pay a rupees 500. Okay. So let's see what are the different charges for National Stock Exchange, right? So in cash segment, if you are transacting in cash segment, then 2.97 rupees per lakh. Okay, 2.97 rupees per lakh of trade value on both sides. So if you are purchasing, let's say, 5 lakhs of shares, worth of share, then you have to pay a fees of 2.97 into 5. Okay, this is the basic calculation. You don't have to remember each thing. Just remember one or two of the top of the one or two. Okay. Then equity futures, we have rupees 1.73 per lakh. In equity options, 35 rupees per lakh. Currency futures, 0.35 rupees per lakh. And currency and interest rate option, 31 rupees per lakh. Okay. So just remember equity futures and cash segment. It would be more than enough. Even then, see, you are not going to remember all those things after 1 or 2 days. So just remember that these two are the important ones. Okay. So see, in this current affairs session, I am being very practical. What things are important, I am going to tell you that only. Okay. What things which is not required, I am not going to tell you, because that won't come in exam. Secondly, it is going to waste your time. Okay. We want to utilize this current affairs session very efficiently. And see, from efficient, I mean, recently there was exam of IBPS PO mains on Sunday. Okay, before that exam, we have done a 5 days marathon session in which I've covered the past 6 months international, national news. I've covered sports news, agreements, obituaries, and you won't believe that more than 7 to 8 questions directly came from that session. All right. Also, I've shared one PDF in the Telegram group. If you guys have seen it or not, 90% of the questions came from a single source, that is the Economic Times. And I have provided the link also with along with the each questions. So this shows that the newspaper is very important medium, and we have compiled all these news from the Economic Times, from the PIB. So it is a one-stop solution. Try to remember all these things we are showing here. Now coming to the static fact related with that current affair news. What is National Stock Exchange? So basically it is the platform, right? It is the National Stock Exchange of India, let's say, right? It was founded in 1992 and it is India's leading stock exchange. Okay, so remember this thing, and remember the managing director and CEO. So the present managing director is Ashish Kumar Chauhan. All right. Now Bombay Stock Exchange. So it was established in 1875. It is Asia's oldest stock exchange. All right. Have you seen this movie called Guru? Movie of Abhishek Bachchan. I know that many of you don't watch the movie of Abhishek Bachchan, but it is a very good movie. This shows how stock markets and all these things work in the older days. Okay. There was now the modern this thing episode, or what do you call this thing, modern series, okay, in which they talked about this stock exchange scam, right? So in that thing, actual what is happening in these platforms, it's showing that how people tend to do insider trading. They know the important clues or they know the tips, and they are making a lot of money. Have you guys seen it? Anyone remember the name? I'm not able to recall the name of the recent one. If any one of you, do mention in the comment section. All right. So, and the present chairperson of Bombay Stock Exchange is Mr. Pramod Agarwal. So remember these are the keywords of this static news. Now moving on to the next news. India's international investment position as of June 2024. All right. So there's been this news of India's international investment, means how much India has invested outside India's international investment. Okay, or what other the international people have invested in India. This news talks about that. All right. So net claims of non-residents. Okay, non-residents mean, let's say, the NRIs. Okay. So this was increased by US 6.7 billion to US 368.3 billion. That is a big increase in 2024. All right. So remember this thing. There was a big increase. Now foreign owned versus overseas assets. How many assets are owned by foreigners in India, and how many assets are owned overseas outside of India? So there is rise in net claims due to higher increase in foreign owned assets in India, 28.8 billion. So there was this increase because foreigners are now owning assets in India also. Okay, so compared to Indian residents, overseas financial assets, which is 22.1 billion US dollar. All right. So all these things have increased. Just remember this, all things have increased. You don't have to remember the numbers because you won't be able to recall them. Right. So just see the trend. What is the trend going on? This has increased. This has increased. Foreign liabilities growth mainly driven by inward direct investment. All right. So followed by currency deposits, loans and trade. So this is known as foreign liability growth. All right. So whatever the loan they have taken, whatever the investment they have made directly in India, right? So this is known as foreign liabilities. Now, overseas financial assets, reserve assets, currency deposits, loans, direct investment were the key contributors to the rise. So again, this was increased. All right. Then we have reserve assets. This made up 62% of India's international financial assets, the reserve assets. All right. So asset to a very important term here is asset to liability ratio. What is asset? In simple term, if I ask you what is asset, okay, I'm giving you an example. All right. if you have a loan of 5 lakh rupees from a bank, will it be a asset for you or will it be a loan? Will it be a liability for you? Tell me in the comment section. You have a 5 lakh rupees loan. Will it be asset for you or will it be a liability for you? Tell me. So that you get to understand these two terms. What is asset and what is liability? Guys? Tell me in the comment section, if you have 5 lakh rupees loan, will it be an asset or will it be a liability? No, Nishi, it is not an asset, because see, you have taken a loan, you have taken money from somewhere and you have to return that money. Whatever thing you have to return to someone, then it is a liability for you. Okay? Yes, Ajampa, this is liability. Okay, so loans, these things are liabilities. And let's say if you own a plot of land, okay, if you own a plot of land, this is your asset. Yes, so plot of land will be your asset. You own whatever you own, whatever you own, it is your asset. Will it be the golds, the jewelries you own? Will it be a t-shirt? Will it be a shirt? Will it be a fan, light, house? Whatever you own, it is your asset. Alright, you can sell those assets, but liabilities you can't sell, na? You have to repay that. So just remember. So whenever this asset to liability ratio is high, it means you have high assets. Okay, and if the value is low, if this ratio is low, means your liability is more. So better situation is what? If you have good number of assets. If you have more liability, it means you are in more debt. You have to return that thing. So it is not a good thing. Yes, Sultan, good. So then we have debt liabilities. Share increased marginally, comprising of 52% of total external liabilities. So debt liabilities have increased marginally. But asset to liability ratio, it improved to 74.1%. Alright. So these are the some trend. You should remember the trend. What was increased, what was decreased. Alright. So this is about the news. So now see, what was India's international investment? Asset minus liability. Okay. So just remember, so asset include direct and portfolio financial investment of Indian residents abroad plus reserve assets. Whatever Indian residents invested abroad, okay, plus the reserve asset, this is known as asset. Then liabilities are comprised direct and portfolio investment made by non-residents in India. See, whatever investment was made by non-resident who is residing in, let's say, Australia, Canada or USA, they have made in India, then it is the liability. Okay, so remember this thing. Then we have this IIP indicator. When will be a positive IIP indicator? When will this IIP be positive? When your asset value is more and liability is less, then it will be a positive IIP. It is a good situation. Negative IIP, liabilities exceed assets. If the liabilities are more, assets are less, then it will be a negative IIP. Okay. And India's, what is the current position of India? India is a net IIP negative country. Okay, meaning its liabilities are greater than its assets. So just remember this thing, that India is net IIP negative. It means we have more liabilities and less assets. Alright, is it clear? So this trend you have to remember. You don't have to remember the numbers. Okay, you're going to become a probationary officer in a bank. Alright, so you should know the trend. What is the trend of these things? What is the trend of Indian economy? You should remember. Next is India's external debt as the end of 2024. So there was this news regarding India's external debt. How much money we have borrowed from the outside. So it stood at $682.3 billion. This you should remember. This number you should remember because it is a key economic indicator. Alright. So this you should remember. Alright. So this was increased from US 13.3 billion at the end of March 2024. Alright. So there was an increase of $13 billion. Now comes again a very important economic term you should remember. Debt to GDP ratio. Okay. Debt divided by GDP. Will you tell me if this ratio is high, it is a good economic situation or bad? If debt to GDP ratio is high, will it be a good or bad thing? Tell me in the comment section, good or bad? Yes, yes, it is not a good sign. All right, this would be negative because what is showing that we have more debt and our GDP is less compared to that. Debt is more. So this means this is not a good sign. So it was 18.8%, slightly lower than the end of March. Okay. Now coming to the valuation effect. Due to US dollar appreciation, the valuation effect was USD 3.0 billion. Alright, and without it, the debt increase would have been US 16.3. So basically, dollar have appreciated a bit as compared to the March 2024. Alright. Now long-term debt. What is the long-term debt as of June 24? 54.9.6 billion US dollar. Alright, so again there was a rise of 1.5% as per the March 24 ending. Okay, and the short-term debt it also increased to 19.4. So remember, see, these are some quarterly things. Okay, this get revised every year, but debt to GDP, this you should remember. This external debt you should remember. Okay, these two facts you should remember for this entire news. Yes, yes, excellent. So what is external debt? So it is the total amount of money that a country owes to foreign lenders. So who are the foreign lenders for India? Where does India get money from? Who is giving money to India? Well, is US giving money to India? Is any country giving money to India? See, we are taking loans from World Bank for our social schemes. We are taking money from IMF. We are taking money from other banks, financial institutions. So these are the certain especially World Banks and IMF, right? So these are the certain financial institutions which are giving money to India. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good, Gomati. So it includes loan from commercial banks, governments, international financial institution. Okay. And what is the repayment currency? How we are going to pay it? This must be repaid in the currency in which it was borrowed. If, for example, if we have taken a loan in dollars, we have to repay in dollars. Okay. So just remember, as of now, $1 equal to around 83 rupees. Okay. So if let's say if $1 has become 90 rupees, so dollar has appreciated and Indian currency has what? Indian currency has depreciated as compared to the US dollar because value has eroded. So it comprises of both long-term debt as well as short-term debt. Okay, long-term debts are what? The maturity is over 1 year. All right, short-term loan is what? The maturity is within less than 1 year. Right. So the level of external debt can indicate a country's financial health and stability. That's what I'm saying. If a loan is external debt is more, we are not in a good situation, because if a very good example is Pakistan. Recently, it has borrowed $7 billion from World Bank, right? You won't be hearing news that India has borrowed this much, right? So this is the very good economic indicator showing the country's performance. Clear? So just remember this thing. Now comes the news: NIPL and Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago is a country, right? It is a Caribbean nation. Okay. So NIPL, which is basically a subsidiary of NPCI. NIPL is basically a subsidiary of NPCI. NPCI is what? National Payment Corporation of India, which control all the UPI thing, all the ATMs, right? So NPCI has partnered with Trinidad and Tobago. This is a country, all right. And what is the purpose? To develop UPI like payment system. So recently in this Sunday exam, there was this question that UPI has started in which South American country? So the answer was, I believe, Peru was the answer. Similarly, this thing now UPI will be starting in Trinidad and Tobago. So remember this news. Alright. What is the purpose? To make a UPI unified payment interface in this country. Alright. And Trinidad and Tobago is the first Caribbean nation to adopt the UPI mode. So this can be a probable question in your upcoming exam. So this is the first Caribbean nation to do that. Okay. And wherever there is UPI term is coming now, remember the parent company would be NPCI, that is National Payment Corporation of India. Alright, just remember this thing. So about NPCI, so NPCI International Payments Limited, that is NIPL, it is a subsidiary of NPCI, which is looking after the international payment things. Okay, the CEO is Ritesh Shukla, headquarters is in Mumbai, and it was incorporated in 2020. So remember these facts. Clear? Now moving on to the next news. PNB introduces multi-currency world travel card for international travelers. So if you are following the news for the past week, if you are following my current affairs session, you must have seen that there were several news regarding this international travelers. Those who are traveling from India to abroad, they have been helped through different kind of transactional benefits. Okay, recently PhonePe has collaborated with Lanka Pay, which is Sri Lanka's PhonePe. Okay, so they have collaborated so that whenever a tourist is going to Sri Lanka, he or she can use that QR code of PhonePe to make the payments. So in order to help the tourists, they have done similar things. So similarly, PNB has introduced this international multi-currency world travel card. All right, so just remember this thing. This is the card, this red color, this multi-currency world travel card, and it is released by whom? PNB. All right. So in which countries as of now it is supported? United States, US dollar, the European nation, British pound, UAE dirham, the Canadian dollar, and the Singapore dollars. So this 6 currencies is now supported as of now. So this was about the news. Now who can apply? Indian nationals holding a valid PAN number. Okay, so you can apply, I also can apply, we have a PAN number. Individuals intending to travel abroad for any permitted purpose as per RBI guidelines. So someone who has been, let's say, tasked with some project to go outside and work for there. So many companies, what they do, they send their employees abroad so that they can go and they work there. So they can use that card of PNB. I also can use that. I have a permanent account number. You also can use, you have a PAN number. Okay. So just remember this thing. Now about PNB, you should remember it is the one of the important scheduled commercial bank. Okay. And this operation was commenced in 1895 from Lahore. Okay. And it was nationalized in 1969. Now tell me, how many banks were nationalized in 1969? How many banks? Tell me in the comment section how many banks were nationalized in 1969. Give me an answer. Just a random number, whatever you want. Okay. And the present MD and CEO of Punjab National Bank is Atul Kumar Goyal. The headquarters is in New Delhi, and the tagline of this bank is the name you can bank upon. So this is about PNB, and all the major big money frauds are being done in that bank by so this Vijay Mallya, the PNB housing loan scam, and many other scams. Next is Bob card. Bob card is what? Bank of Baroda card. And RuPay, they have partnered to launch EMI feature on UPI payments. So now EMI is the next big thing. EMI is such a help for many of those people. to own big to own expensive things. So you know that whenever you are shopping from Amazon, okay, let's say you want to buy an iPhone. The iPhone costs, let's say, 1 lakh rupees. Okay, you will go and select an option that is called as no cost EMI. Okay, it means, let's say you selected a period of 9 months, that in 9 months I will pay the 1 lakh rupees. So you will have a EMI of, let's say, how much? 10,000 rupees every month. So by paying 10,000 rupees every month in the form of EMI, you will own an iPhone. Okay, yes, good. So Bobcard has collaborated with Rupee. Okay, so they can now use EMI for UPI payments at online and offline merchants, right? So this is the thing, and the flexibility is you can choose EMI option and installment period at checkout, right? You can mention that, sir, I'm going to pay this, let's say, for a product. Let's say I've bought one iPhone. I can pay the amount of 1 lakh in 6 months. I can pay the amount in, let's say, 3 months. I can pay the entire amount in, let's say, 9 months. So there would be different tenure to pay the EMI. All right. So this promote digital credit adoption in tier 1 and tier 2, 3 cities. Why tier 2 and tier 3 cities? Because in these cities, people have generally less income, right? But even then, they can own luxury. So what is the keyword mentioned here is digital credit adoption. So now you don't have to go to a bank to take a loan to purchase all this. You can use this digital credit. Credit was basically loan. Okay, you can select this EMI option and you can purchase this and you can repay it. And see, nowadays, many of the young people, they are adopting this EMI things. But in my personal opinion, it is not a good way. If you are going to purchase anything which costs 1 lakh rupees, at least you should first target it. First make a target that, let's say, I'm going to purchase this phone in 6 months. Try to save that money for 6 months, then you should purchase. Don't do this kind of stuff that you are scrolling through the internet and you like this product. Okay, this iPhone is very good and I'll purchase as of now. Right now I'll purchase. I'll go to the Amazon, I'll select no cost EMI, and you just start paying every month 10,000 rupees or let's say 5,000 rupees, whatever the amount of the product is. But this is not a good thing. Every time whenever you're going to purchase something expensive, always try to plan it 6 months before, or let's say one year before. For let's say commodities, let's say 50,000 rupees. If you want to buy a computer, or let's say an iPad costs around 70,000-80,000. So at least for the 6 months, try to inform your parents. See, since you are not working as of now, what you can do is inform your parents that I would be needing this thing, so they can start saving. Okay, so this is a good financial discipline you all should maintain, and this will going to help you whenever you get into the bank job also. Okay, so always try to pre-plan things before doing that. Okay, it is just like the exam preparation. You have target in your mind that in 2025 I'm going to clear this exam. Okay, so I start preparing from 2024. So this is the same way you have to do for the financial things also. Now we have AU Small Finance Bank announces partnership with Kotak Life, offering life insurance solutions. So very quick short note in this: AU Small Finance Bank plus Kotak equals to life insurance. In this way you can make a short note. Okay, and what is the objective of this partnership? To expand product offering and enhance customer financial security, right? And who can have the product access? Customer can access comprehensive life insurance solutions, which includes term plans also, retirement plans, saving plans, investment plans, whatever you want to. Okay, and who are the target audience? Both new and existing customer. All right, so this is the thing, and the entire notes is this formula: AUSFB plus Kotak equal to life insurance. All right, moving on to the next news. We have India extend $50 million budgetary support to Maldives for another year. Okay, so India, Maldives, how much money? $50 million. Okay, So they have extended budgetary support. Remember the budgetary support. Here you can mention budgetary support. All right. So of 50 million US dollar in the form of treasury bills. Remember this word. This is a very important term. All right. So in bracket you can mention in the form of T bills. All right. So this is basically a debt instrument. The duration is basically granted for additional 1 year at the request of Maldivian government, because see in T bills we have to, there are different T bills, T 90 days bills. Okay. So these are basically short term things. You have to return the money in short duration. All right. So Maldivian government has requested that please give us 1 more year to repay the amount. We don't have the money as of now. So India is very big hearted country. He said, okay, we have given you 1 year. So which of the institutions were involved? The State Bank of India. This is the largest public sector bank of India. They have subscribed to the US 50 million T-bills issued by the Maldivian Ministry of Finance. Okay. And previously, this is the second rollover grant by India in 24. The first was also 50 million US dollar they have given in 2024. So this was the another 50 million US dollar T-bills provided by India. Now let's talk about Republic of Maldives. The capital is Malé. Okay. The Maldivian rupiah is the currency. Mohammad Muzizu, very important name. Remember this thing. He is the president of Maldives. And recently there was a controversy going on. Some of the minister of his cabinet spoken ill about the present head of the Indian nation. Okay. And the official language is Dhevi. Right. These are some static news. Now coming to the next news, SEBI allows mutual funds to sell credit default swap to boost corporate bonds liquidity. There are two words, credit default swap and bond, corporate bond. So bond, I believe you know that. What are bonds? So bonds are what? Basically a debt instrument. These are very secure instruments. All right. They have some fixed rate of interest, and in this your principal amount is generally safe. Right. What is credit default swap? Let's say there's a company A. All right. The name of the company is Apple. I have taken the bond of that company. I believe that this company is going to grow and my bond value will increase. I have deposited, let's say 5 lakh rupees in that company, and I have taken a bond from that company. But in future, there is now a news coming that this company is going to crash. So in order to safeguard my 5 lakh rupees, I will take an insurance from a third party and I'll pay a premium of, let's say 100 or 200 rupees depending upon the value I have deposited in the company. All right. So I will contact a third party which is providing me an insurance that, sir, you should take our insurance. Your 5 lakhs will be safe. Even if the company crashes, we will repay your entire money. But for that, sir, we will charge a small fees. We'll be charging 100 rupees or 200 rupees. So it's basically a credit default swap. Okay. Whenever a credit has been defaulted, so that has been swapped through the insurance thing. Okay. So this is the news. So the announcement was made by SEBI, the Security and Exchange Board of India, through a circular, and they have been excised the section 11 of the SEBI Act 92. Right. So previously what was happening, that mutual funds were only allowed to engage in CDS transactions as buyers, primarily for hedging credit risk associated with corporate bonds in fixed maturity plans. So now they in simple way, just remember, now mutual funds can sell credit default swap to boost corporate bonds liquidity. Okay. So just remember, they can now use mutual funds can use credit default swap, right, to boost corporate bond liquidity. Just remember this thing. So what are the key changes of now? Selling CDS. Okay, mutual fund schemes are now permitted to sell credit default swap. CDS is what? Credit default swap. Okay, so they can now sell this thing specifically for investing in synthetic debt securities backed by cash, government securities or T-bills. Right. So basically they can now sell their credit default swap. Okay, because they have purchased it now from a third party and they are paying premium, so they can sell that thing to purchase or to invest that money in government security or T-bills. Okay, now the total exposure for a scheme, it includes both buying and selling, must not exceed 10% of the scheme assets. So this is the cap they have made, that not more than 10% of this credit default limit, they cannot invest more than 10%. All right, so just remember. And SEBI mandated that mutual funds should disclose the details of their CDS. All right, the rating of the CDS seller, who they have sold that CDS to. Okay, so just remember. So this is the key word here. They can now sell the CDS and the limit is 10%. Just remember two facts. So what are credit default swaps? So this is basically a financial contract that shifts credit risk from one party to another. Okay, so they have, when I purchased the bond of a company called Apple, I've invested 5 lakh rupees in that company and I've taken a bond for me. Okay, why I've taken a bond? Because I believe there is an interest rate. Apple company is saying that, sir, purchase our bond and we'll pay you 3% interest rate annually. Okay, means my 5 lakh will become 5,15,000 at the end of the year. So it is better for me now, rather than keeping 5 lakh in my savings, I will invest that 5 lakh in the Apple company's bond. But to have a safety, what I have done, that I believe that Apple company is now going to crash. After 5 years of investing, I believe that Apple company is now going to crash and my money will be wasted. Right? So what I have done, that in order to be on the safer side, I have contacted a third party who has provided me an insurance. That, sir, your money would be safe, purchase our insurance. So I have shifted my risk from myself to that third party. Now the third party is responsible for my money. For that, and for the service he is providing me, I am going to pay a monthly premium, or let's say whatever quarterly premium to that company. Okay. So in this, buyers pay premium, seller compensates for borrower default. I am the buyer of the bond, I am paying premium to the third party, and the seller compensates for borrower default. Okay. So if the company defaults, right, so they are going to compensate me. Okay. So this is used for hedging against default risk or speculating credit worthiness. And what is happening? What is the entire benefit of this? It enhances liquidity but can increase systematic risk if unregulated. It enhances liquidity. Now, since I am spending money, the money is going into the market, na? The money is going to in the form of premium to the insurance company. So the liquidity will increase. But remember, it has to be regulated. So all the regulations are done by SEBI. Okay, all the insurance regulations are done by SEBI. Clear? So this was about the news. Now coming to about static facts. So SEBI, it was founded in 1988. It is a Government of India organization. Alright, and the present head is Madhuri Puri Buch. Remember the name. She was in news recently because of this Adani Hindenburg report. Okay, so remember this name. Alright, and the headquarters is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. And it is a statutory body. Remember, it is a statutory body. It has been established by SEBI Act 92. Now the next news on books and authors. So Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu released 2 books, Jalandhar Peeth Ka Rahasya and Mushtakra Katha, and this was authored by Ajay Parashar. These are one-liner kind of facts, so let's be really quick. So this Jalandhar Peeth Ka Rahasya, author is Ajay Parashar, and what is the book about? So it is about the historical and religious significance of various peeth in Himachal Pradesh. Right, so all the religious peeths are there, the religious centers are there, which are known as peeth. Okay, so they talks about the historical facts of this. Right, then the next book is Mushtakra Katha. The author is same, and the description, it is a compilation of 16 short stories depicting every aspects of everyday life. Right, it's basically a general book about the daily life. So remember, and who has released? Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu. Okay. So remember this thing. Next is Virat Kohli achieved the fastest 27,000 runs milestone. Okay, so Virat Kohli have become the fourth player in the cricket history to achieve this 27,000 run across all formats. Remember this thing, and he's the quickest to this milestone. He has just played 594 innings to reach 27,000 runs, and before him, Sachin Tendulkar has this record. All right. And Tendulkar has achieved this in 623 innings. Alright. So just remember, and Ricky Ponting, he has achieved this 27,000 runs in 650 innings. So remember this thing. So Virat Kohli has achieved the milestone of 27,000 runs. Now coming to the next news, all-rounder Ravindra Jadeja joins elite club in test history. What is this elite club? The 300 test wicket. He have taken 300 test cricket match wickets. Okay, so he has become the first Indian left arm spinner to achieve this thing. Okay, just remember this thing. And before him Anil Kumble was there, but he was a right hander. Okay, he is the only Indian left hander spinner. Now the next news is Gulveer Singh of India broke the national record in 5,000 meter in Japan. All right. So there was this Yogibo Athletics Challenge Cup, alright, and this is a part of World Athletic Continental Tour. The location was Japan, and who has won this in 5,000 meter? Gulveer Singh. Okay, so 5,000 meter race, he has won, Gulveer Singh, right? So remember the event name, the country where it is happening, and who has won this. These are some factual things. Now the practice questions. So let's see. Okay, one more news was there. So there was this IFA award going on, and the best actor award was given to Shah Rukh Khan. All right, so remember this thing. And so practice question is, let's be very quick, just give the answer. In the Asia Power Index 24 released by the Lowy Institute, which of the following statement is true? India ranked first. We know that. No, it is wrong. India has ranked third. The United States topped the index. Yes. India surpassed China and ranked second with a set of 7 to no. India has surpassed Japan. So this is wrong. The report is based on 10 measures. No, it is based on 8 measures. So correct answer is B. So B is the correct answer. Good. The next question, which of the following statement is true regarding the partnership between AU Small Finance Bank and Kotak Life Insurance? Be very quick. A, B, C, D. What is the correct answer? Partnership is focused on providing health insurance products only. It includes offering a range of life insurance products such as term and saving plans. C, the collaboration is limited to new customers only. Or D, the partnership aims to offer personal loans exclusively. So what is the thing? The correct answer, A, B, C, D. Tell me. So again, B is the correct answer. It includes offering a range of life insurance products such as term and saving plans, right? See, these are some strong words. These are some absolute words that they are just offering to new customers. So these kind of things are generally they are wrong. Okay, here products only, no. Products personal loan exclusively, no. So these are some extreme words which are used by the examiner. So we try to focus on these things. Even if you don't know the answer, na, you could have eliminated this using this extreme words. This is wrong, this was wrong. Okay, the correct answer was this. Now coming to the third news, at which event did Gulveer Singh win the men's 500,000 meter race? So the correct answer is very simple. Tell me the correct answer. A, B, C, D. Where have Gulveer Singh won? So the correct answer, yes, good. Yogibo Athletics Challenge, which was held in Japan. So the correct answer is C. Alright. Now the next question is, what is the primary goal of partnership between NIPL and the Ministry of Digital Transformation of Trinidad and Tobago? What is the purpose? To create new currency, to develop UPI like real-time feature, to develop cryptocurrency, or to enhance tourism? Tell me the correct answer, everyone. A, B, C, D. Okay, Nishi, you are saying B. Okay. So yes, the correct answer is UPI. All right. So I've told you that they are making it is the first Caribbean nation which is going to opt the UPI. So B is the correct answer. Now, what is the total external debt of India as per the latest report? What is the total external debt? I've just told you to remember that word, the number. A, B, C, D. 669 billion, 675 billion, 682.3 or 690 billion. What is the correct answer? Tell me in the comment section. This fact you have to remember because external debt is a very important thing, okay? Debt to GDP ratio and this. So the correct answer is C, 682.3 billion US dollar. Excellent, excellent everyone. Good. Now the homework for you, what amount of budgetary support has India extended to Maldives for another year in the form of T-bills? So how much money? So this was your homework, all right, and this is it for today's session. I hope you have the clarity of how to approach the current affairs. We have learned so many facts in today's news. We have seen the current news, we have related with the static news, all right. So just make a short notes on this. No problem. Start reading, na? You will start remembering, okay. First time everything is very difficult, but as soon as you keep it doing for a good amount of time, you will going to be in the easy position. Yes. All right. So you can download the PPT from the Oliveboard app. All right. And I'll also try to share in the Telegram group. Do join the Telegram group, right? Also share it with your friends only. GA by Yash sir /Oliveboard. Okay. So you can share it with your friends. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed the session and be regular. See, one who is regular, one who is disciplined for the maximum amount of time, he or she is definitely going to succeed in whatever field they are working. So the discipline, who is the most disciplined person and who is most disciplined for the maximum amount of time. That creates the difference between the winner and those who are not going to win. Everyone is disciplined for the first 1 week, but one who sustained it for the next 365 days, he or she is going to definitely clear this exam. Okay, so all the very best and more explanation for key terms need. Okay, Gautam. I'll try to so you can mention whatever you want so that I can explain in this session. Okay. Most probably I've already explained all the important key terms in the static portion also. All right. So whatever the doubt you have, you can mention in the Telegram group also. So join this Telegram group and send your queries and doubt in that thing. Okay. Right. Chalo, I'll see you in the next session. Till then, have a great day everyone and Jai Hind.